Back in 2014, Rory was a fit, healthy guy who lived for one thing only: football.
With football, you're free. For them 90 minutes, you've got no problems, no stress, nothing is on your head, just that game.
But Rory's life was about to take a dramatic turn. He offered to do an errand for his father, which nearly cost him his life.
It was a really rainy, windy day. If there was any day that there was going to be a crash, it was the worst day of the year.
The weather was getting worse and driving conditions were becoming dangerous, but Rory kept going.
There was a traffic jam on the motorway. I've tried to miss the traffic, go into the other lane.
But Rory smashed straight into the side of a lorry, crumpling the front of his van.
And as I've hit the side of the lorry, 5 or 6 cars went into the side of me.
The carnage was horrific. It took nearly 6 hours to cut Rory free, and he was rushed to hospital with many bones smashed and a brain injury. Nobody knew if he would survive.
He had an obvious injury to his brain at the time, which was life-threatening, but he also had a broken pelvis and a broken hip and a broken elbow.
Time was running out. The surgery needed to happen immediately.
The chances of survival for Rory would have been approximately 50-50.
Rory was staring death in the face, but he didn't know that his parents now had to decide his fate. They were offered a new experimental drug that could save his life, but it hadn't yet worked on any other patients. The doctors needed a decision straight away.
It was really imperative that we would have to get the drug within 8 hours of injury.
We were running out of time, so I gave her my blessings to carry on with the trial drug.
Rory remained in a coma for 2 weeks. Would the drug save him? Nobody knew what would happen. But then suddenly Rory woke up. The drug had worked and Rory was alive, but it had also given him a certain je ne sais quoi.
Bonjour, tu t'appelles comment? Je m'appelle Rory. Santé.
We entered the ward and there was nurses all round us saying that Rory had spoken French in the night.
It wasn't like an Englishman speaking French. Apparently it was in a particular dialect.
A Normandy accent, we were told.
The first thing the nurse said to me, "Are you French?"
Mais non, quelle horror!
I said, "No, I'm Irish, my husband's English." What a question.
But what could explain Rory's Gallic grey matter?
The Curtis family, who were Normans that had come over in the Norman conquest in 1066.
Had Rory had an out-of-body experience with his ancestors?
Bonjour.
Bonjour.
We may never know. Fortunately, Rory's Frenchness faded as fast as it had appeared, but Rory's brain was still playing tricks on him.
I believed I was this Hollywood actor, Matthew McConaughey. When I looked into the mirror, I was in a bit of a shock horror that I wasn't him. It's not so bad thinking you look like Matthew McConaughey.
I think Matthew's very handsome, but my son is mind-blowingly handsome.
After 2 months of fighting for his life and sanity, Rory was finally in the clear and back to normal.